Dear friends, I hope that everyone has been enjoying a very pleasant weekend. Yes, we need to allow some time to do something special. We need to give some space in our brain to solve our problems and share our thoughts with others. I think it's a good idea to stimulate our brain with some productive inputs. So today, I would like to take you with me to follow an easy and interesting segment in material handling business. As you watch this part of my video, I hope that you will be energized with some sparkling ideas. Can we imagine that we need to lift and carry, very long and wider loads, and we have a very narrow aisle? Suppose we have very heavy and long material like steel pipes or timber to lift and transport, in a very tight working environment. Let us think of having a warehouse or a storage yard which is very narrow and long. So in this situation, what would be the best solution to choose to handle these materials? Here comes the lateral forklift. We call them most popularly as a side loader. Yes, what I would like to share with you today is the features of a side loader forklift. As the name indicates, the side loaders have forks that are placed on the side of the truck. If you use forklift with straight forward forks, it means it's front loading. It will be very hard to reach, especially in tight working areas. Sometimes it is even impossible to handle very long and wider loads with a conventional forklift. So if we have side lifting forks, we can minimize the overall width of the load and the equipment. Because of this feature, side loader forklifts are suitable for working in narrow aisle. Side loaders are intended for longer and wider loads, and of course not for palletized goods. As I said before, we call them as lateral forklifts because they can handle the loads better in their direction of travel. You remember that I called the side loader as a lateral forklift, because they are handling the load sideways. Since they handle the load sideways, the mast and the chassis are subject to tremendous lateral stress. Therefore, the mast has to be strong enough to carry out the operations. Also, the chassis has to be rigid enough to withstand load from all the directions. How about the cabin? Sometimes you can find a side loader forklift with an open cabin. Here the operators stand on the truck, and this kind is made for indoor applications. Sometimes it can be a closed cabin forklift, which is used outdoor operations. Or it can be a multi-directional forklift. In this case of multi-directional forklifts, the forklift can turn its wheels 90 degrees. So movement is possible to any directions. There are many advantages for a side loader forklift compared to our conventional type of forklift. The side loader does not need to turn, and they are best suited for narrow aisle and doorways. So it can move forward and pick the load from sideways. So Loading and offloading are carried out with the side mounted forks, and so the operator gets very clear visibility, and its front side and right side of the track are very clearly visible. In normal forklifts, the load in front of the track may block the visibility of the operator. So in side loaders, there is a flat bed, that allows better stability of the machine. Normally, side loaders are not maneuverable as conventional forklift, but as an advancement, its wheels are designed to move in different directions, so we can achieve some kind of maneuverability. To some extent we can achieve by changing the direction of wheels. They can travel in all the four directions. By the way, there are multi-directional forklifts which can combine the features of a side loader forklift and a conventional forklift. So the steering mode is mostly crab steering. As I said before, it means all the four wheels are moving in the same direction. As I indicated to you earlier, this kind of steering is quite suitable for moving the track sideways. Some side loaders are designed for better comfort and efficiency of operations. There are some features giving more comfort, safety, and productivity to the operator. For example, some units have high backrest. The seats you can swivel to various angles. As we speak about the seat, let me tell you an important point. You can never ever forget to fasten the seat belt in a forklift. You must know that the forklift seat belts are not meant to protect drivers from high-speed collisions, as in case of our car. Instead, forklift seat belts meant to protect drivers from being crushed in case of an accident. The belt is preventing the operator from running out of the track or sliding out, which can cause serious injuries, due to crushing between the track and the floor. So it's a basic safety lesson that never jump out of a forklift, because the track can tip over by rolling or overturning sideways. If you look at more into the side loaders, there are operator compartments, with all the controls nearby the operator. It is not that difficult to maintain a side loader, because some models have major components enclosed in a steel cabin. Some of them have hinged battery cover for immediate accessibility. So the maintenance is very easy in these cases. In advanced side loaders, you can customize parameters. You can adjust acceleration, travel speed, tilting limit, braking force, as decided by the operator. The operator can protect these settings. His settings can be protected using a password, so that others can't change his personalized settings. So side loader forklifts are very useful to utilize available space and to reduce chances of damage to goods. What about the fuel? The fuel used could be either electric, diesel, or LPG, depending upon the application. They can be either indoor or outdoor. Electric side loaders are mostly used in warehouses, in paved surfaces, and it reduces emission and promotes health and safety to the operator. The machine basics is similar to a normal counterbalance forklift. The cabin is long. The cabin is long and narrow, and we can see most commonly all-wheel drive side loaders. Side loaders are used in various industries, such as if I recall some